A massive moment in the fledgling careers, in particular Nico Kerwin, Matt Garbutt and Marko Stamenic, as they make their debut appearances for the All Whites, and they do so a long way from home in this international friendly. He's a good example of that he'll be less phased coming into this environment. He's been there before, but he'll have that experience of Tokyo, where a number of New Zealanders played really well. Singh with the first look at Singh, and an opportunity for Wood to shoot on goal. He'll be disappointed with that. But Fred de Jong, there is just a little snapshot of what Sarpreet Singh brings to this New Zealand team.
Obviously Joe Bell anchoring the New Zealand midfield.
Kakache, early delivery, and again positive signs. 3 New Zealanders in the penalty area as a target. And they've won a free kick here, so they can maybe line a few more up now. Perhaps Tuiloma might come forward here. So Curacao have just been clipping at the heels, haven't they, through the opening 7 minutes or so?
You'd think so. But looks like Bill Tuiloma's certainly got a prodigious shot on him.
He does fancy a go. Taking a deflection, and it's in. Well, that's why Bill Tuiloma was lining it up. He may well get the credit for this goal. It's taken a deflection, completely wrong-footed Bodak, and New Zealand get reward for their very good start here. Bill Tuiloma.
Yeah, Tuiloma just smacks that one into the wall, takes a wicked deflection, keeper no chance, and what a start for New Zealand. They've been the more positive. The game's being played in the Curacao half of the field, and New Zealand are off and flying.
Rowing, beach volleyball, and now football. So huge talent there, and Joe Bell's caught one to the head. And the initial response from Leandro Bacuna was that he was caught there, and yeah, you've got to be careful, Bacuna. He just trailed with the arm. No question of the free kick being given away by Bell, and is it Bacuna with a yellow card, Fred? Pick and choose their moments, see if they can pinch it.
And one thing New Zealand doing very well is what Curacao want to do. They want to play the ball out wide here. Either it goes into the fullback down the line, but they also want to pass the ball into, you can see the number 8 there, sitting in the middle of the park.
Chance here on the counter now for New Zealand, and Wood surely, and it is 2-0. And this is the game plan working to perfection. New Zealand pinching the ball with the high press, and Chris Wood finishes every time from that sort of an opportunity. This is superb from the All Whites.
Yeah, won the ball forward, nice slip pass, McCowett to Wood, goal. Simple as that. And that's all about the pressure on the ball as Curacao try and play out from the back. And at the moment, they're just not good enough at doing it. You know, New Zealand are picking off the pass, and this is the outcome of that.
This will be interesting. Often players have to, especially in international football where you may be very unfamiliar with the officials. Here's a great little interchange again. Wood on the right foot. That time was on target, and a good save by Bodak. New Zealand are threatening to tear them apart here.
And that really is the crux of this press. They're not allowing the likes of Bacuna and Anita to get on the ball easily. So Sarpreet Singh's doing a really good job defensively, blocking off that pass, and he's aided by Stamenic and Garbutt picking up the other midfielder who's trying to drop in as well.
Nice pass there from Leandro Bacuna, sets up an attacking opportunity. And Stefan Marinovic punches that one well clear. And this is where the challenge lies for the All Whites. They've exerted a lot of energy. Lovely turn by Juninho, and allowed to run. And this is what I was alluding to. New Zealand just falling off a little. Nepomuceno, it's a good cross. Oh, Marinovic, what a save. Not only that, Fred, he kept it in. Not that he knew much about it, but how big was Stefan Marinovic to get to that near post?
Yeah, best chance from Curacao so far.
Painaka advances. Well played, found Sarpreet Singh. This is the man you want the ball with for those sorts of passes. Oh, he's had a couple of opportunities, and they've just been centimetres off perfect. McCowett pressures. They could get a piece of this, New Zealand. Over to the far post for Wood. Oh, and he couldn't control. You could see what he was trying to do rather than shooting first time, trying to bring it back onto the left foot. Another good opportunity for New Zealand in the dying stages of a very good opening half. Out on the edge of the penalty area for Gari. So they've got fullbacks and centre-backs forward here, Curacao. And well, he gave up on that. And had he not, Gari, I think he might have had a piece of that. It's not going to matter, though, because the 3 minutes of time added up to 90 seconds. So in the opening 3.5 minutes, we've seen 2 free kicks that, and here it is. Now, in all fairness, that just wasn't given in the first half. That sort of contact has been there. Singh, oh, that's audacious from Sarpreet Singh. But he has that level of talent and vision. That was not far away.
Yeah, ball clipped over from Joe Bell, and ball just falling nicely for Sarpreet Singh with the volley. And again, we see here Curacao trying to play out from the back. New Zealand forcing the play, picking the ball up just outside the box.
Singh now with a little pass into the area. Oh, that's brilliant, McCowett. Singh, the keeper's all over the shop here. Can they get it on target? No. Oh, that may well have been a dagger for Curacao so early in the second half. They just couldn't get room for the shot here, could they, Fred? Look at the keeper chasing. Here he comes.
Yeah, McCowett did really well. Looked like he was going to shoot. He's been prepared to shoot.
Look at the speed here of Antonia. And Kerwin battles back well, but I'll tell you what, over that first 3 or 4 metres, it was the Curacao player that had the edge. So Kerwin really, for the first time in the match, just being asked a few questions defensively. Over the top, Yango with a chance. Great defence, Painaka. Brilliant stuff from the big centre-back in that he stayed on his feet. He did not dive in. And torn, I think, but ultimately going the way of the green and gold. Curacao with a little more space on the edge of the penalty area. New Zealand just standing off. And a shot, and it's rare. There's nothing much in it, but it's rare for Curacao to have something on the end of any possession.
Yeah, Juninho slipping through past a couple of players here.
So Elijah just replacing Matt Garbutt, who's had a really strong debut.
Yeah, Callum McCowett coming off. He's had a good game as well, De Jong, so that'll be a straight swap.
There is Anita coming deep to try and get involved. Nice turn, and bit of pace down this right wing side by Bakun. Oh, then he loses his footing. Suddenly a bit of ice on the pitch. Juninho Bakuna. Oh, and he carries on. No free kick given. This, missed by Kerwin. Antonia hits it back across. Yango. Oh, that is a great goal. That is a great goal. The finish is absolutely superb. New Zealand will feel they should have dealt with this a couple of times early in the play and perhaps had a free kick as well. But you cannot argue the finish. That is class from Yango, his 13th international goal.
Another change for the All Whites with Tommy Smith coming on.
So out of picture, out of frame. New Zealand constantly organising, shuffling. Lovely from Antonia. He's good, isn't he? He has been their best, and that's a yellow card for Kerwin. These days, of course, Tommy with Colchester United, having spent many years with Ipswich Town. And Marinovic with a comfortable save. They'll take that, New Zealand. If that's all that Curacao can do, they'll be happy with that, and Marinovic will back himself.
You know, just make him pass the ball backwards.
Yeah, or head into traffic.
Exactly, or go inside.
Oh, there's a chance here now for Curacao. What a save, Marinovic. Well, the free kick was taken very quickly, and it is a corner. But that is a crucial save from the big Kiwi keeper.
And it is a debut for Calvin Kalua.
When Marinovic came into camp, Michael Vowd and Nick Zanev, 3 keepers. Danny Hay would have had a case to call any of those 3 keepers into the starting 11. And Marinovic was given the nod, and he served his team well. New Zealand, Kalua, what an introduction. That might have been De Jong, leaves it, and Wood, he's had a couple from that distance and hasn't found his range. Stamanic battling away. He desperately wants his first appearance for New Zealand at international level to be a victory. Nice from De Jong, just holding play up, buying some time. Kakache, De Jong's clear at the far post. Kakache couldn't lift the cross to him, just into the area. Deflection, straight to the keeper though, and they might have one more crack here, Curacao. Now New Zealand have got to get players back, and just battling away. And then just grabs the ankle of Juninho Bacuna.
And again, not a bad foul that from Eli Just soaking up some more time. Just trying to wind the clock down because we're into the last minute or so.
Well, Juninho Bacuna looks to be one of those irritable type players that loves to get under the skin of an opponent. And I reckon he's under the skin of Libby Kakache right now, who gets a yellow card. Another corner. And the referee brings it to a close, and New Zealand do have a victory. Danny Hayes' side has come to the Middle East, played in a foreign climate against a new opponent and found a way to win. 2 first-half goals from Tuiloma and Wood, good enough to hold on. The comeback was led by Rangelo Yango with his goal in the 72nd minute, but New Zealand hold on to win the game, and it's a game they deserve to win.